And that's it.
Yeah, well, jury reports actually. I mean, I am never satisfied, and about not only this jury, none of the jury reports, and I believe nobody can ever be satisfied with the jury report, because I mean every project deserves an article. I mean, you can write maybe pages and pages, you can discuss it. But you should look at the report as a whole. I mean, if you start to select projects and just see what is said about a single project, then it sounds different than the totality of the report. Because sometimes, I mean, something underlined significantly under the name of some project may not be underlined for the others. That doesn't mean that it is not valid for that sense. It's very similar to our open juries, not only competition juries. So, I mean, you have to look at it as a whole. Otherwise, it's very difficult to be satisfied in academic terms with the jury reports. But if you look at it as a whole, it says all the significant issues that has been discussed throughout the jury, positive and negative, and you can easily follow what this jury is seeking for, starting from the main document of the competition, not only the end product of the report. We clearly wrote, I mean, what is significant for the jury, what is it seeking for, and at the end we evaluated it. Maybe, I mean, if you go project by project, there may be lots of missing issues, but it's not very important in my opinion.
But as a competitor, that's what you're looking for. I mean, you're looking for your report, and you would like to understand why you're eliminated or whatever it is. So you don't need to read the whole catalog to understand or comment on the specific comments of the jury about your project. I mean, if you're reading 5 positive sentences and one is, although it is positive, it is totally wrong and nothing to do with your project, and you're eliminated in the second round, then maybe we have to read the whole thing. Now I understand that maybe we can find a few lines that explain.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, naturally you are caring for your project, and the jury is,
everybody does.
Yeah, and the jury is caring for the totality of the competition and the all projects all together.
You know, in my life, in my career of architect, maybe I did more than 200 or maybe 300 competitions. But I never read what was written on my project after that, because I don't care. I don't care, because it's finished, it's done. And I prefer to look at the future. So I never read that, first. Secondly, I have been maybe in 50 juries. And I know what we are doing when we are in a jury. And it depending on the competitor. And I meet different colleagues that I never met before. And we discuss, and we have to come together with a certain decision. So this is a job. And
yeah, but that's a colloquium, and so we are here to discuss it. So, I mean, we cannot say that this is over. It's very similar to our president's comment after elections. So, I mean, we have to be able to discuss it. So I think, you know, you have to...
That's fine. We can discuss it. You just have to be careful in every democratic process, I think. To a certain extent, you also have to accept majorities, even if you don't like them, no? So, I also don't like certain decisions made in your country, but, or else in my country, or in France, or wherever, where I hope you're all right. Yeah, let's hope and pray. But one thing that you should think about is the significance of a competition like that for the whole profession.
Sure.
Okay? And for the culture of architecture in your country. If you destroy the only international competition you have for 150 years, since Ottoman time probably, yeah, that you have something that is interesting to discuss about, maybe even, because all the other stuff built here is bullshit. Yeah? So if you have something like that, you should be thinking of the profession as a whole and support it and help these young people to get a good position, instead of already when they go to the municipality they will say, well, we pay only half the fee because it's a copy what you're doing, you know. So, and then they're going to say it's not possible that you do it. So you weaken the position actually of colleagues. And you could have been you could have been in their position. You could have been the winner, and you would also get this wind against you and put you in a position that you would have to defend yourself. So I think that after competitions, I think the discussions are important, but we have to be solidarious also with our colleagues and try to help them now that the decision is made, if we like it or not, to prove the